forward a little bit here, line this up. Down. Put her down. Get her over here, she's too far away. Hey! Sit. Down. So if every dog starts to really start to, like she was looking at the base a little bit, want to look at Polly, so here what we're going to do is going to do a push and pull down here to get her out of that. Some extra influence onto her. Sit. Now I'm going to put the glove down. Get it. Sit. Sit. Out. Girl. Good girl. Putting some real pressure on her today a little bit. Down. See, notice how her legs adjust here? Same thing. And you're kind of fussy with this because here's the thing, is you want to be really good in the training process, okay? You want this to be good. Sit. Sit. Now I'm going to put the last object down, which is a metal object. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Sit. Out. Good girl. That was good. But again, you see how, so this is something where you see this type of exercise, something where it's about training and practice, repetition. Okay, this type of thing we'll be doing. I'll be doing a lot of this with her this coming week. Okay, because it has all the elements. Okay, that I want. You know, it's about distraction. It's about doing certain tasks. It's about tying the tasks together. And one last thing I do here is to stand to assist. So here we get her to stand up. Coco, stand. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Notice the licking, right? Tapping her out of that. Good girl. Good girl. Because the praise, too much praise, it will, you know, kind of, you want to build that bridge to control, and then the licking. That's why that licking behavior. That licking behavior, believe it or not, sit. I put another sit. Is tied in through her owner, because through her owner, she did a lot of that licking, and the pet, and they'd be petting, the dogs would be licking. So that's an association that's been created at a relationship level. So that's something where I want to interfere. I want to interrupt that, because that will affect her focus. Okay. We'll do this again. Coco, stand. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So that's why I'm tapping a little bit too. So I might give her some praise, but I'm tapping, I'm helping to kind of nudge her state of mind down a little bit, okay? So I am using praise to motivate, see? But I'm also, again, using that as a reminder to advocate I'm in control at the same time, because I want to have a stable response, okay? That's what I'm doing. I'm basically shaping it through how I'm speaking the language through the method. Do this one more time. I'll wait until I have her coming into kind of agreement here, with kind of settling down a little bit. Coco, stand. Good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl. Good. Sit. 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 Anyway, that gave you a really good insight into the training process. A lot of it is a lot of repetition. Okay, something that, again, when you're doing this type of thing, you always will see things to improve on. Okay, and one of those things you saw in the video was two objects, you know, being side by side. Really want to emphasize, again, this is an opportunity to assert, you know, direction. Okay, for her, which object to pick up. She performed it, but there's always things to that you'll notice that you have to kind of work on as you do this. There's nothing, you know, but once you get to a certain level with it in the process, things become easier and easier and easier. Even here, for example, you'll see her popping up more straight up now, okay, into the stand position, popping straight up. And the object part of it, really well, she's actually completing the full response, the full motion, where I don't have to reach down and motivate her or get kind of lazy with it. I want her to pick it up, hold it in her mouth until I take it from her mouth, okay? So you don't want to kind of accommodate the dog. So what happens is, if you get too accommodating, it really represents a problem in training, and next thing you know, it just throws everything off. The dog is not going to perform the way that they should. So you really want to build up so that you're not accommodating the dog. You're increasing the expectation level, and that comes to, again, you know, knowing how to connect these dots, okay? Just beginning to increase the criteria every time. So again, she's doing really, really well. Thanks for watching.